see you. Hashem Yahavalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. The Father's peace, blessings, and mercy to all of you. Found a new spot. Trying to decide whether or not I'm going to hang out here. Let's see here. Working on getting the YouTube channel turned on. Bishnu Bista. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. It's the K-Bob guy. You want free K-Bob? D Petty, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Just trying to burn this square and tell y'all about my day. What's up, my man? I want to thank you all for showing up. You know, when school's out, that's the best time to start school. Let's see here. Metal Melter, it's been a minute. Peace to you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. It does appear that we do have live on YouTube now. There's an app that I use where I could simultaneously broadcast YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, a couple of other ones, all from one device. Right now, I'm not really trying to stretch it across like that. I did need 2 devices. That's part of the reason why you all haven't seen me in a minute. We are broadcasting now because, yeah, it's time to play some catch up. Around spring of last year, I started doing broadcasting live. We were talking about ethics and entrepreneurship. We were talking about putting together your 7-section outline to a business proposal. What do you consider ethics and entrepreneurship? There's morals, there's mores, there's standards. Well, most standards that we find, if you go across the globe, all cultures have some very similar standards. So if you're going to exchange trade globally, it's best to have those same kind of standards. And the more you look, the more you'll find that they want you to bicker amongst each other instead of connecting. Before corporations, there was mom and pops. Keep that in mind. Let's see here. Scratch the Cat. Kingdom Work. I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. I think I got a message over here in YouTube land too. Manaj Gujar. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Chosen. I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Let me see here. Thinking about putting the devices down and just chopping it up with you all for a minute, because like I said, I kind of found a new location. The other option is to go to the park. They know me here at the park. So when they see me, even if I'm doing a live, they will walk up, and I have some friends, they will come up and sit down and talk with me, and then, you know, out of respect, fade off. But right now, like I said, we're trying to catch back up with each other. Renee, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Brianna Maureen. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Warahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Football edits. I don't watch a lot of sports. I will get out and play. Wake up football. Thank you. Ta-da, Chosen. Where am I from? I am from Yahweh. I shall return to Elohim, and may Adon be pleased when I return. When I get finished with this path and I go to sleep, inshallah, I'll be waking up in the Emerald Throne Room, given a new assignment. There will be no coming back here. There are other places. That's where I'm from. Nunu, I see you. Nancy, I see you. Watching Kek, I see you. Let's see here. Watching Kek says, brother, amazing performance on episode 1 of the new season. Oh, that was thank you. It took a second. It took a minute for it all to tick together, right? Okay, so yeah, let's get back on that, by the way. Terry 50, I see you. Alley Talk. Oh man, it's an honor. Shout out to Alley Talk. Bro, hey, if you stick around, you'll find out what goes on in my head. We got a lot in common, and yeah, I do want to build, honestly. Shout out to Alley Talk. Here's one for you. Y'all know about New Zealand. Well, in order for there to be a new something land, there has to be an old something land. New York, New Amsterdam, because there was another Amsterdam. New Netherlands, right? What happened to Old Zealand? What happened to the sunken continent? Because right now there is still Auckland. Yes, there is still Auckland. Look out, because that's part of what I'll be talking about from here to now on and yonder. For those of you who have tuned in before and come across the things that I post, 1 second, let me get this one out, Chosen. When I do start doing my live broadcast, we have 10 special interest groups. Why? Because if you have 10 different groups who offer different services, however, they do unite under one common cause, you can form a trust. You've heard of the Fraternal Order of the Police and the Fire Department and all of that. Well, you can have a community fraternal order. Let that simmer on the back burner for a minute. So, 10 special interest groups. You wouldn't know it because I don't look like it. It's not about your looks. I am a producer. I'm an artist. I'm a graphic image publisher. I could sit down with a piece of notebook paper and an ink pen and a pencil and draw a picture. What if I got tired of doing that? Everybody wants to protest AI graphics. If it's got artificial intelligence in it, I don't want it. There's been artificial intelligence in all products since 1930. When you saw those laboratories where there's tubes and all the different spinning reels with the magnetic tape and everything else, that's artificial intelligence, because that was a machine doing something that the human programmed it to do, to take care of a task that a human would do. Meanwhile, get back to what I was talking about. Let's say the people that I represent, we started the story back in 1999. Mafia Soy Publications. At the same time, we had to come up with a name for who was going to represent anything that I was directly going to be in control of. That became Highestheightsstudio. Mafia Soy Publications represents a community of artists. Crystal, I see you. Charles B. Ander, I see you. Boy Lopez, I see you. Which TJ? I don't know. They call me TJ. Hashim Yahab Alahim. Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy To everyone who came to the park, thank you for being here. Now, Chosen did say, I'm an angelic being too. I went through my awakening 2 years ago. I understand. I'm on my own assignment. That's awesome. If you are aware of what you're doing on the path and you actually stay directed towards, it's awesome. MashaAllah. Father's pleased with your work. Michael, I see you. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your families, and your circles. As to everyone who's come to the party. Kevin! Capitalize and exclamation points. Molly James, Isra, I see you all. Hashem Yavalahim, Karan Wallace, Erica Smith. Hashem Yavalahim. Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who's come to this party. Stacy Barr. User 12811395914. Shout out to Drop Dead and Dusty. It's a brother of mine. He does lives every now and then on TikTok. I hang out with him. And then there's @Ben1. BEEN1. That's on TikTok. I don't just hang out with them on TikTok. However, I won't say we represent the scooter crew of the local area. However, it's something that we want to bring into consciousness. Now, we don't just sit around on the lives talking about what we do on scooters. We ride scooters to different locations to set up and do impromptu lives. That's a whole different thing, right? However, with Drop Dead and Dusty and @Ben1, we have Green Thumb Lo-Fi. Now, that's one of the special interest groups. Hi, hello. Hi. Hashem Yahavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, that's a name. That's a name and a greeting all at once. Wow. Diaz, bienvenido. Mario Cucho, Mercieta, Brujo. Anytime I see that name, Brujo, that takes me to Louisiana for a lot of different reasons. Call me Brujo. Another day in the SI. Staten Island? Really? Wilson. Do you play Clash of Clans? Someone with a flag and a face and flying the bird. What's up to you? Frank Alfaro, bienvenido. TikTok triage. We got Ray M. Babylon is burning, and I love to see it happen. Hashem Yavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You come here talking my language. Chom Yahashua. Come out of her. As a matter of fact, Razan Yahashua. Rejoice. I have to play the trumpet. Give me a reason to play the trumpet. All right. El Belaquito, Keisha Williams, I see you. Hi, hello. I said earlier where I'm from. If you go into Revelations, you'll read about the green throne room. If you go into Ezekiel, you'll learn about Elijah. If you go into Isaiah, you learn about the mission. Let's see here. Margarita Cruz, Leos Baldwin, bienvenidos. Hashem Yahavalahim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you, families, and your circles. Thank you for being here. Highestheightsstudio is the first and foremost special interest group, right? And then, like I mentioned earlier, there's Green Thumb, Lo-Fi, Mafia Soy Publications, Nam De Hoon. Now, where I am now, I've been here not quite 2 years. It's been a year and a half. It's been a year and a half. I'm a nomad. Should have named this party Nomad Studio. We talk about that too. Sheila, Lucky One, Nicholas Simon. See you. Hashem Yahweh Alahim Shalom Barak Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all of you. Thank you for being here. Namdehum. A couple of years ago, I was hanging out with a guy who's a musician. He's a musical engineer. He could take sounds and put them together, and they sound like a symphony when he's done. I was talking earlier about AI, artificial intelligence. He asked me how I felt about AI. I just got this thing about auto-tune. I use too much of it. If your voice is off, fine. I don't expect you to sing the song perfectly every time you sing it. If I hear you sing it and you got a beautiful voice, I know it, you know it, people of the world know it. Y'all don't know I do impressions. Bob Dole and Bob Dole, Dole and Dole and Dole and Dole. Even I heard it. Bob Dole, Bob Dole. Kermit the Frog. Did you bring Jim Henson? Jordy Poalasine? Jordy Poalasine. Interesting name. Hashem Yahweh Shalom Barak. I don't know if that's from Brazil or Argentina or Afghanistan or Azerbaijan. Very tabah to have you here. Hashem Yahweh Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Nam De Hoon is a guy that I'm going to call Fox Owl. Fox Owl, this is his idea. I trained under him for a while and learned how to turn music into a three-dimensional sensation instead of just something that's pumped into your ears. See, that's the difference. Someone can play a song for you that was prompted through AI compared to a song that was composed. You'll know the difference. You'll know if it's an instant banger or if it's something that someone is crafting because they're using their own flavor. Not all ears are the same. Not every musician learned music theory. It helps to know the chords. It helps to know the scales. It helps to know how to put together percussion. It helps to have played at least one instrument. It helps to read music. However, some of the best performers were found before they had taken any professional lessons. You hear the difference. Hi, hello. Ask, am I going live stream tomorrow? Yes. You're on your way to go to sleep? Okay. Inshallah, Adon willing, I will be right back here, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going live every day except for on you all's calendar, they call it Saturday. Most people would call it Shabbat if they wanted to do something alternative. I'm here to let you know every day is Shabbat, where I'm from. Osiris King, I see you. Diego to Mecanico de Amor, I see you. Hold on. How do you do all of that? I got to remember what Yego is. Meanwhile, you're somebody's mechanic of love. That's what's up. Shimmy Habalahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you, your family, your circle, and welcome. Namde Hum is Fox Owl's idea. Because he does work every now and then with AI. However, he, like I said, he can take any sound and compose a song around it. And I'm not talking about a 1 minute whatever or a 3 minute whatever. No, I mean, compose a whole 15-minute jam session. Put a guitar in his hand. Give him 6 different pedals for his feet to work with. Keyboard system. Carlos Robolino, bienvenido. 511,11. I see you. Your local weirdo. Dare to be weird. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon all. Thank you for being here. He's played in a band that was called A Trail. He's played in cover bands that do music like Widespread Panic and Fish, Grateful Dead, modern rock, progressive rock, a little bit of metal, folk music, jazz. He's been a stagehand. He's been the guy that did the lights. He was the guy who ran the sound. He was the guy who was in the studio remixing the tracks and putting things in place where he would have to use AI. Because whether you know it or not, if you decide you want to record an ensemble, you don't get everybody in one room and just record them like that. If you want the best sound, you're going to have to get each person to record their part solo. And then you align it all. It's the arranging part. There's a lot to putting together a song. So that's the reason why you hear people in an uproar. Oh no, AI is going to replace the artist. AI can't replace an artist. There's no AI that can produce what Prince did, what Michael Jackson did. You know that because Elvis Presley couldn't reproduce it. Bah! Yeah, I said it. Let's see here. Anyway, that's just to name a few special interest groups. Now, here's the idea. You don't want all special interest groups to be doing the same thing. If you run a t-shirt shop, you need somebody who has materials, textiles. Then you need a graphic artist who can put images on the t-shirt. Then you need somebody who can carry some cargo. So once you get the t-shirts together, if you don't have them in a shop hanging on a rack and somebody orders one, they can deliver it. You don't need all of the people to be under your employment because they may have other tasks that they're doing. However, you just set up a network. So in the name of having a network, you might as well have some people who want to unite under certain standards. I see the name. I don't have to say all names. Guest on YouTube, where I'm from, we greet everyone with peace. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Our Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon you. If you wanted me to choose sides, you've come to the wrong party. I'm a Muscovite. Figure that out. We'll still be here at the party. And speaking on that, so there's a special interest group called the Students of the Messiah. They all have a black book. That's a special interest group. And then there's Stop. Biganka, see you. Glad to see you back. Putting in that work, uploading that content. That's what's up. Haha. Some of you all in your names. Pastor Ophelia, I see you. Files of Jailer. CJ. See. Hashem Yahav Alahim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who catches this message. There's maybe 4 more special interest groups that don't come to my mind right now. All of them important. See, they may not be the ones that put their face out there to say, hey, this is what I do. However, in order for a small business to survive, you got to put something out there. How far do you think your business card is going to go? When the person receives it from your hand, puts it in their pocket, puts it in their wallet, takes it home, puts it in the utility drawer in the kitchen, hangs it up on the fridge. How far is that business card going to go? How much did it cost you to buy a box of business cards? Oh man, it cost me about 100, 150 to get 500 cards. How much business did you get in return? Now, at the same time you was handing someone that business card, at the same time they was still scrolling on their device, looking at the latest, most recent upload. See, you all have been enjoying my content. And not realizing that 60 seconds of my content cost you $60. Why? Because I did all that. Man, those pictures was AI generated, yeah. I told the computer exactly what I wanted it to do, because I'm telling a story. I didn't tell the computer the story. I told the computer to develop somewhere around 16 different pictures, 16 different scenarios using the same characters, because I was lacing up the idea here. And then I spent some time arranging the music that's going to go along with that video. And then after I lined up the pictures, I decided, hey, we need some movement here. We need some movement there. And sometimes I have an app where I go in and I set where the movement is going to be so the clouds move a little bit. Then I have another app that I tell it in the prompt, yes, I want this image to move over there and go do that. Well, the computer didn't hit its power button, open up its eyes and say, shall we play a game? No. I came with this vision and I needed to let you all know about it. That takes me back to STOP. S-T-O-P. It's another special interest group. Sustenance, textiles, occupations, and purpose. You know why no one's singing the song about how it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood? Because most people don't interact with their neighbors. Most people couldn't go down the street and tell you who's the proprietor of this business and that location over there. Couldn't tell you about the clientele, whether it's in a strip mall, storefront, isolated brick and mortar box store. Couldn't tell you. Most people barely leave their houses because they send somebody in a box on wheels to go and pick up something from a box and to return back to this box to deliver it. Strange. See, they did a social study about people who do that, call them the nacerima. Might want to look them up too. Mila Avalos, Sherry, Rochero, Muva, Eloy, CA, is that because you're from Cali? Kimberly Ross, Jesus Banos, Aisha, the goat. Files of Jayla, I think I spoke to you. There was a queen that showed up in here too. You all in your numbers and your names. Swayze, I've seen that name, familiar name and face. Very about to have you here. Bienvenidos. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum. Wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy be upon everyone who's trying to party. Reina. Bienvenido. Very about to have you here. Hashem Yahweh Elohim Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum wa Rahmatullahi wa Barakatuh. What if your neighbor stops long enough to check on your sustenance, your textiles, your occupations, your purpose? What if a group of neighbors got together to make sure that everyone within the group has sustenance, textiles, occupations, and purpose? Not, oh, I'm going to pray for you. No, I'm going to check on you today, tomorrow, the next day. How you doing? Don't tell me I'm okay. Nah, what you got going on? Nothing. Well, what's up with your proposal then? If you tell me tomorrow that you're still doing nothing. Man, I've been checking the classifiers. Well, did you classify yourself? I'm not here just to ask the hard questions. I'm here to apply it. Because that's where I come from. See a problem. See it, you own it, you solve it, and then you do something about it. That's where I come from. I was 6 years old when I saw a problem. I was actually younger than that. I was 6 years old when I made a vow to do something about the problem. You ever look around your environment trying to figure out why is it that everybody boo-hooing, but ain't nobody did nothing to fix it? I had to get a little older than 6 before I found out they were removing problem solvers. And that's when my mom told me that I'm allergic to soapboxes. I figured out that it ain't just me. Everybody has to be accountable for self. See how they want to tell you the story about you point the finger that way, then you got the other fingers pointing back at you, thumb going up, down, sideways, whatever. The point is this. Self-accountability means you're supposed to be cleaning up your mess. I left an album out about it. Want to hear it? Here it go. Yes, there is actually an album out called Clean Up Your Mess. I just released it in February. It would make around the 8th or 9th album that I've released since 2016. Now you can go and try and look up the albums I released and you may or may not find them. I was dealing with a company called Sugo Music Group. That was my distributor. Some funny things happened one day when I released a song that used music from a group called Portishead. Wonderful song. Mr. Arns. I love the song. So I hit play, and then I picked up a microphone, and I hit record, and proceeded to record verses using alliterations of my different names. If I had $1 for every name that I have, we'd all be rich. Franny Ellis, Kami, Viola Sanchez, bienvenido, I see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak, Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Father's peace, blessings, and mercy to all of you. Lynn, Michelle, see you. Hashem Yahweh Elohim. Bienvenido, welcome, thank you for being here. Spunky, Spunky 4MG, gamer. Can't come up with all the different names of the businesses. Now, I do have a list of special interest groups, because not all of them are businesses. They all have a form and a function. Julios, I see you. Bienvenido. Hashem Yahweh Elohim, Shalom Barak. Allahu Assalamu Alaikum, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This phone over here on